I got to lean in.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a Wicked Wednesday with my girl Love, my boy Jamie. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. How are y'all?
Evers. Ever.
Evas. Forever, ever?
Forever, ever.
Forever, ever.
So, Love, I know today is going to be a hard evening for you. Let me take a sip with you,
Baby, look. Let's start with the sits.
baby, um, you're gonna have to give Dorit some G's, even though I know you can't stand her.
The things I'm forced to do in life.
Jamie, how's the move coming along?
I am this is the room that is set up. So we're good there. My bedroom is set up, but I realized I done forgot my stand. I forgot my light. I forgot everything at the old place after I was gung ho at 7 a.m. to be on this reunion tonight. Ain't even prepared. So
You might have forgot your internet too, because it's a little blotchy.
don't do that. Because I'll sign off and come back on. Don't
Low
do that.
budget.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Do it
And Love, how
just
have
a
you
little
been?
bit. Do it just a little bit. There we go.
And how have you been, Love?
I've been good. It's my birthday. Wait, okay, hold on. Technically, it's my birthday month, y'all, but I'm a week in. So I have all 30 days of this month.
Okay, come on, 30 days.
You know what I'm saying? So I got me a nice little glass of rosé.
I got some champagne,
Ooh, cheers, clank, cheers to the girls' weekend.
Well, while we wait on Jamie, I will start off because we have some great things to say. Great to see Sasuke in the chat. April, Morgan, Amanda, our good old Chase, Robo's Adventures. We're just ready, so let's just get on started.
Perfect.
Jamie, you back?
Oh, there she go.
All right, is this better?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Can you, Jamie, also, are you able to do the chat while I'm hosting?
Yeah.
The chat and the calling it. Okay, perfect. Hey, Tanae. All right, we ready. So the reunion picks up with, them going on the lunch break and all that, and we see Jennifer and Kathy arriving to get ready, the two kooky twins. And then we see scenes with the various ladies occur, and then it's time to get back to the nitty gritty. So Andy says, "Hey, Garcelle, you have something you wanted to say?" So Garcelle starts off telling Kyle that she feels Kyle told her some things off camera just to shut her up. And Kyle said, "No, I was trying to connect more with Garcelle and show her that I'm her friend and I'm trusting her. But hey," Andy messy self then asked if the information Garcelle got from Kyle was about she who shall not be named, aka Morgan. I can name her. And Garcelle confirmed it was. And Andy says, "What do you say to people who say that you're on a reality show about your life and yada yada yada?" And Kyle says, "Well, I'm not going to share things on camera if they're going to hurt someone I care about." So I got something to say about that, but I'll wait for my turn.
Finish your recap.
Listen.
And then Bose asks her, "Why doesn't she just say, I'm not going to talk about it and y'all can feel how y'all want, instead of skirting around the issue?" And Kyle says, "Well, hell, I could have not said nothing," which she didn't. But and apparently Kyle still doesn't get it, and Andy moves on a bit to Kyle and Dorit's relationship. They begin to rehash the issues from the previous season before getting to the rift in the current season. They talk some more about the Morgan situation again, and Andy says that Kyle can't have it both ways. They do things that raise eyebrows and then wants privacy. Then they go back to Dorit and Kyle says that her and Dorit can begin to work on the things they want from each other. Dorit says it's a work in progress, and they were headed there, but the PK situation set them back. I'll take a break there. Love, what did you think of that first little opener?
I literally cackled for a second, but it failed a little bit because I did like the fact that Garcelle just came in just wanting to just Kyle just shank her a little bit, but it didn't land. Like she tried to get her, but then she just let her be like, "But I want to be your friend." And Garcelle was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Well, God damn it, Garcelle, why'd you even mention it? Why would you even come in? If you had get more behind it, like I thought I was with it, I was like, yeah." And then just as soon as it started, it fizzled. So I was like, ugh. So that was neither here nor there. Kyle doesn't like Dorit. And I want her to just be done with the friendship. I mean, it's to the point where well, no, we were on the right track to be like, no, Dorit is as gun ho as she is, guns blazing with everybody about every other thing. And another thing, I just need her to just keep it a being with Kyle. Like, Kyle, you haven't moved like a friend to me, and I don't even know how long. We're good. I'm good on you. You're good. Cool. I don't need this. I need that energy with Dorit, but it's not gonna happen. But it's this segment, I guess. I thought it was gonna be more. I was
Love,
ready for more, but it was
does
just
that
like,
sound like something you want? Because you're never gonna get it.
Jamie?
I like everything you just said. It's one of those things where it's like either y'all are gonna have to fight or shut up about it.
thank
Like,
you.
because these are two women that literally always want to have the last word on something. And Dorit is agitating my last nerve. But in this instance with Kyle, I'm like, yeah, like I can see like Dorit's insufferable as all hell. And in real life, I wouldn't want to be her friend. But for the sake of this show, you have told this lady and the rest of the world that you and her are best friends up until she said something you didn't remotely like. What I thought was very, very telling in all of this is they have dragged Sutton and Garcelle for 4 or 5 seasons for not being real friends and only being friends with each other and this, that, and the third. And it's very obvious that Kyle and Dorit cannot stand each other. And the only reason they're attempting to placate the viewers and say, I want to move past this is because of an alliance. We've seen it year over year, the Fox Force 5, none of them women like each other. It is a friendship of convenience. And I know a lot of people have said that Garcelle and Sutton formed that. And yeah, absolutely, because they saw 4 or 5 other women who weren't going to give them the time of day. They saw how they were moving. It's frustrating. I wish that they would just keep it buck and say, you know what, this has kind of run its course. I don't like you. I don't care for you. I don't want to be good with you. Hell, if that happened, I would much rather have that and see their dynamics next season if Andy is dead set on keeping every goddamn person in this cast than I would them trying to move forward as this storyline, because not a single person on those couches are interesting except maybe Bose. Like, I don't give a damn what anybody has going on except Bose and Tilly.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care about either one of them either. All right, so the scene continues and they pick back up with scene of the ladies' reactions to Kyle texting PK. And not surprisingly, and rightfully so, none of the ladies are on Kyle's side with the texting. Dorit asked Kyle if she sees anything wrong with the conversation she had with Bose and what Kyle said about her. Kyle begins to try to justify it, but does an extremely poor job of it.
Horrible.
Kyle says she understands why the girls don't agree with her texting PK. Erica jumps in and tries to chime a little bit more to try to defend Kyle a bit and says the texts weren't necessarily about Dorit, but more talking about the show. Bose points out that it's something that they were just secrets. Like, they were just secrets. And Andy asks Kyle how she would feel if the same texts were sent to Mo from Dorit. Kyle admits that would bother her, and she would think the same thing Dorit does now. And it's interesting to me that Kyle says she understands why it would bother her, and she knows why Dorit feels the way she do, but then still tries to justify it. But anyway,
dangerous.
They talk some about girl code, and Dorit says she didn't have girl. And Kyle brings up, well, did you follow the girl code when you shared my text last season? Kyle said there was no girl code last season, baby, because I thought you were no longer friend. And Kyle says, exactly. So why do I have to call you and say, hey, I sent you and your husband a text if we're not friends? I said, okay, touche. Dorit brings up that Kyle said PK has been a better friend to her than she has. Dorit brings up even when they argued, she was still concerned about Kyle being okay. The camera pans back to that situation when Kyle had that meltdown, and Dorit when she really should have kicked Kyle some more. She went and comforted her a bit. Anything here before I move? I'm trying. It's like a lot of this is all one scene, but I'm trying to break it so that anything here, Jamie?
So both of them made points. What frustrated me is Kyle has spent the entire season and then wasted 15 minutes of my life arguing that she was in the right somehow. And in my mind, and that's what tells me she does not give a shit about Dorit. Like you said, love, it's like they don't care for each other.
Mm-mm.
Because and I again hate to be on Dorit's side, but when Dorit closed it out, it said, all I'm wanting is for you just to be like, you know what? Yeah, my bad. I screwed up on that. And when Garcelle said, I think she just wants you to choose her, and
Let's
Eric
later.
agreed, I was like,
Say that for
oh,
later.
sorry. But it's one of those things where it's like, Kyle, you are crying and screaming and throwing temper tantrums and running out when people are asking, why are you texting this woman's husband? When we know you guys have never been close. If anybody thought somebody would be texting, it would be Dorit and Mauricio. But that lady ain't talked to that man. So like, I'm sorry, you don't have a leg to stand on. And this just proves what a really like vile person Kyle is, that you would rather argue for 22 episodes than you would be like, you know what?
So sorry.
Yeah, my bad. Like that was
Not
really,
even
really
my bad.
shitty.
I did it, and what?
I understand it.
Love. What about you?
I think this is actually one of the first times where I feel like if Dorit wanted to jump off the couch irate and want to beat her ass, I kind of would agree. You can't play with people's marriages. Kyle is such a dangerous person. I've never seen such a do as I say, not as I do type of bitch. And that in itself is terrifying. Like the fact that she looked that lady in the face and was just like, oh, I mean, if you did it to me, I'd be just as mad. Girl, what?
Why
You
are we
just
thinking
said
about
that?
if?
like Stan didn't. Like, no, I wouldn't be as upset because you guys were friends. Lie even. But to sit in my face and be like, no. Trust me. I would feel the same exact way as you if you were doing what I'm doing to you. You got it.
And still not apologize.
And still, I would want to fight you. So I'm like, oh, she is dangerous. Like, that's crazy. And I've also enjoyed the fact that I like when Kyle gets in a situation she can't get out of. And so that felt good. Because talk about miss no accountability. Kyle is one of the most meticulous, no accountability heifers I've ever seen in Housewives history. She will talk her way out of something or start crying. This time, it was so one-on-one. It was black and white. She couldn't get out of it. She just couldn't get out of it. So I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. And the fact that Dorit came in 10 toes about it, there's certain stuff where I'm like, Dorit, sit down. But when it comes to Dorit and Kyle and both of them are whores, I could care less. A little different.
Moving on. You said everything I was say, so
Both of them.
So we move on, and Andy brings up Bose's appearance on the podcast where she called Kyle a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Bose said there were lies told, and Kyle denies being a liar. Bose clarifies in their conversations there were some untruths told, and from her perception, which is all that matters to her, is that there were omissions, and omissions equal lies.
I love that.
Garcelle jumps in and says, it would have been okay to say, hey, yeah, I did talk some shit about you because I was pissed. Of course, Dorit jumped in and agreed with Garcelle here.
Listen, I wanted to wring that girl's neck like, nah.
You know, and Kyle denies talking bad about Dorit and says, I was just talking about why we weren't speaking to PK. Dorit said it's the same thing. If we're arguing and you're talking about why we're not talking and why we're arguing, then bitch, you talking shit about me to my husband. Dorit reminds her that PK is not on her side, and he tells her everything.
No.
I don't think he does. I think he let Kyle think that, leading Kyle to admit the next part, that she admitted to calling PK at Oceanside and that she told PK about the drama that her and Dorit had just went through. Baby. Kyle says, look, I just want to be in a better place, and I love Dorit. Dorit says, well, let me tell you, that makes me feel good. And she can't wait to get with Kyle off camera to talk and see where they're really at without an audience, to which Andy clearly don't like that. Andy then asks who will make the first move. Kyle says, I will. I have no problem doing that. And she apologized. She gives Dorit a very empty apology for her actions. And Dorit, who is just as empty, says, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Ugh.
Love, thoughts?
It's, you know what's interesting? There's certain friendships where we're like, ooh, when they fall out, like this is gonna be good TV, right? Not the case with Dorit and Kyle. I don't think anybody cares. Not even them. They're not. They're not making it enjoyable. It's not. I mean, Kyle. You know what? I would think she would put up more of a fight because Dorit kind of came in with no F's given. So I would think Kyle would like try her best. Kyle hasn't tried her best since that vein was popping out of her forehead. That was the last time she tried her best. And then after that, it's just, let me just be calculating and behind the scenes and snake her and just talk to her husband. I honestly, I really feel as though this is all intentional. I think Kyle enjoys the fact that the friendship with PK borderline bothers her. And until they really become friends again, she's not going to stop. She's texting PK right now while we're filming this. Right now in her home, she's texting him. So it's like, girl, it's so interesting to see their fall, but it's also not interesting at all at the same time.
Right, Jamie?
If that makes sense.
No, I agree with Love because it's interesting in the fact that these two trash women I have wanted to turn on each other for at least 3 or 4 seasons. Because that's what they deserve. They've run everybody else away from their little group. It's only a matter of time before they turn on each other. But also, they are two of the most uninspiring,
Yeah.
insufferable, headache-inducing human beings to ever. I would much rather watch Jen Shaw interact with anybody than these two women. And so it's just like, well, damn, y'all had a real good script. And then it's y'all acting it out. This is why Kyle doesn't book more gigs. I hated it. And Kyle saying I've never been called a liar when 5 minutes before she was saying that she would never purposely hurt somebody that she loved by talking about them on camera. I'm like, Lisa Vanderpump, your sister Kim, your sister Kathy. Girl, when have you not said things to her people?
Denise.
Brandy. She didn't care about Brandy. She didn't care about
I meant to say Denise.
Yeah. So it's, I think I'm approaching this very much the way Garcelle and Sutton are, baby. I don't care.
I like at all.
I'm not emotionally invested in anything that's going on. I love that the two of them sat over there and they're just like, all right, girl, you right, I'm wrong.
I'm with you, Jamie. I'm not emotionally invested either. And I don't care for Dorit, but I like Kyle even less. So I am enjoying Dorit keeping her foot on Kyle's neck.
Yeah.
Because Kyle escapes with a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so I'm enjoying that she don't have nowhere to run this season. Ain't nobody jumping up to defend her.
Nope.
Eric is sitting over there quiet as somebody who's trying not to get caught stealing.
No,
so,
for real.
I mean, she did try not to get caught, but we now have Jennifer Tilly joining the group.
Yay.
And Andy goes through the standard questions he asks of someone who joins the show for their first time. So they the camera pans to showing scenes of her on the show, highlighting her laugh, her quirkiness, that count. What was the count from Sesame Street? That's what she laughs like. 1, 2, 3.
The count.
That's
just a rich ass laugh. That's all it is. It's a rich laugh.
Yeah.
Her laugh changed after the Simpsons money. I don't think she laughed like that before.
I never heard her laugh before the Simpsons money
too, but
listen.
Andy then goes over her resume and asks if her experience is what she thought it would be. She said she is a huge Housewives fanatic, and she said it is a lot different being on the show because it's more real, the fights are real, the relationships are real, and it's more intense than she thought it was going to be. Then they begin to talk about her bags and her some of her items. Which prompts Jennifer to say, gosh, I didn't know I came across as such of a show off. And I really don't think she did realize that. I think in the moment she really was just saying like, hey, this is what I got, she was just sharing. So they talked, Andy asked her a question from a viewer about her boat bag. And she said it was, Louis made, designed by Pharrell. To which she says she has a really good relationship with her sales rep, a very special relationship to which jealous Kyle mutters under her breath, as we all do.
Girl, shut up.
I didn't even catch that. She did?
Maybe she was so bothered.
Yeah,
Are
she
you
was so bothered.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh, what a hating ass bitch. Sorry, go ahead, baby. Go
And
ahead.
so
Hater, bro.
they then talk about that belt necklace of hers, which has been called the most important piece in American history. It's one of
Yes.
I think it's a beautiful necklace. She
Beautiful.
highlights that she's been after it. She wanted it years ago, but she could never afford it. And when she got her Simpsons money and became rich, she bought it. She tracked it down, and she said, "I need it."
And like
And then she's asked if her Simpsons checks are more than 7 figures a year, to which she says, "I cannot say." And then Andy also makes it a point to say, and you do keep all your jewelry in a safe and locked up, like
yeah, don't try her. Don't try her.
he should have looked at Dorit when he
Look
said
at Dorit.
well, he's probably trying to stop PK from going to her house, allegedly.
No, he should have looked at Erica. He should have looked at Erica.
Eddie's husband's going to be calling her. You need a security system? I can install it.
And then Andy,
or ex-husband, sorry.
Andy then brings up that she was sweet as pie all season, but on the after show, she threw some shade, to which she quickly throws an apology. And Dorit says, I really adore you. I think you're a gem. I hope you come back. But at one point, I thought you were, and then Jennifer interrupts us, going to the dark side. And
I love it. Laughs.
To which makes Garcelle go. So Jamie, what did you think about your girl's introduction into the reunion?
I love me some Jennifer Tilly. I know she's quirky. I've loved her since I saw Bride of Chucky in high school, my senior year of high school. I saw that, and then I went back, and I think she's stacked. I'm so sorry. That lady's a brick house. Like, the titties was sitting, the booty was sitting, the hair was sitting. Like,
come on,
I love it. And I don't think that she got that she was being a show off, because she probably runs in circles with like her and Sutton and Kathy, where they have money. So it's just like, oh girl, look what I bought. Like, bitch, exactly. I bought a shirt off Boo Boo Man and went to the club and somebody complimented. I was like, oh, you see this? You like this? I got this. $20, bitch. 20. Like, that's what she's doing all day long.
Zara.
It's Zara Man. That's why, and she's never been around a group of women as poor as Dorit or Erica.
That's like, what I'm saying. That it's the disparity of it all.
It's because, and it's funny that she was like, I didn't realize I would had so much pretense, or I was saying this. I was like, half the times Erica was asking what the hell it was that you had and where you got it. Like, that girl looked like one of them little kids that's like, I like hot Cheetos.
Exactly.
I bet they're good, right? Like, girl, shut up and move. Begging ass.
Tilly to say, you like it? Here you go.
Here.
Right.
I love Tilly. Like, I wish she hadn't apologized, Dorit, because that was a read. Like, you should have stood in it. Like, Jennifer Tilly is shady, and I enjoy it.
I don't want nobody else on the show who's not going to get to work.
And I think her evolution throughout the show, like, she, towards the end, was absolutely getting it.
Crazy, ended up crazy. She didn't have one.
What I caught was that little jab that Dorit was like, oh, I hope you're not planning on going anywhere. What do you mean?
Yeah, that was weird.
What do you mean?
That was weird. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, Dorit? You have any control over that whatsoever.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? Go check your credit card sheet.
Barely just made the cut again.
Barely. That's because she's screaming.
What are your thoughts on Tilly?
Wonderful. Jamie took every word out of my mouth. I think she is one of the best additions to a friend of for this franchise. I'll be honest with you. I'd probably say I'm gonna throw her in top 3 already. And I'll be honest with you, I gotta sit and really think about the other 2. I just want to be safe and put her in top 3. But if she's number 1, she might be the best.
Top 3 what? Friends of the show?
Friend of, yeah. Who's up for Beverly Hills? We have Kathy. We have who else?
She's not topping Kathy's first season as a friend of.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, Kathy gave a first one, so it's her, Kathy, and
now Kathy could have ended at that first season for me.
The Kathy's first season was everything. She was like,
she didn't beat Kathy's first season.
Yeah, that is true. She's great. I love everything, and you know what? You could tell that. I don't know if maybe it's just the fanfare of the girls just enjoying her just as who she is, But no one's gonna really get into it with Jennifer Tilly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
I
Kathy.
think she's just
Right.
too rich and happy and carefree. Like, what can you really go back and forth with her about?
Well,
Like,
according to Dorit, money can't buy your love.
well, I'm not trying to
Nope.
buy your love, Dorit. I just want you to go into the Section 8 office, go
That
get
was-
your WIC card,
Okay,
and
you know
handle your
what?
bills.
Neither can poverty, Dorit. Your man don't love you. Your kids barely want to talk to you.
Ma'am.
The hired help you can't afford to keep around anymore.
None of that
That's not the gag you thought it was.
at all.
Okay. So let's move on to the
Sorry,
other.
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Let's move on to the other kooky lady.
Oh,
And so
not
next,
the cookie
that
lady.
Hilton comes out, and right away, and they just show that clip of her at the Sutton's fashion show. Andy asked her how it felt to be fashion roadkill. And she said, "Well, I was just talking with Mrs. Girardi."
Hilarious.
And it says, "Baby, I'm Mrs. Girardi. That's not her last name." Kathy being her kooky self. So they just, talk a little bit, and then we learn that Erica's middle name is Nay. Which I don't mind it being Nay, but if she had said her middle name was Nay, I was going to throw my TV on the floor.
I think she would have lied, and I felt like I was waiting for her to be like, but my cousins used to call me Nene, and I would have been done with her. No, they didn't. No, they did not.
So then we get to see Kathy talk, revealing at her luncheon that she is part Chinese. And after pulling all that information together, Andy asked, "So you heard you were Asian at the Max Mara show?" According to Kathy, a woman looked up Kathy's birth name on her phone and discovered her Asian ancestry. They also discussed the shade that Kathy took to PK's age and appearance, but she said it wasn't shade, which we know it was. Andy brings up Watch What Happens live appearance, where Erica said that she felt Sutton and Garcelle was sucking up to Kathy. Garcelle says, "Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the shade." And she asked Erica, how so? And Erica said, "Maybe because I was asked. That's why." Which I would have knocked Erica's teeth out right then and there.
Absolutely.
And Sutton emphasized that there is no sucking up. We're just friends. And Kathy agrees there is no sucking up. Finally, Andy asked for an update on their sister, Kim, and whether she moved to Florida. And Kathy says she's spending time there. I think she's doing better. Kathy was definitely going to say more, but Kyle gave her that look she gives
That
people.
look, yeah.
He said, "Stop, shut your damn motherfucking mouth." Y'all have anything on Kathy?
Yeah, I've realized Kathy is ghetto as hell. And I think that I don't know what it was about this exact moment. I mean, she's had other moments where I'm like ghetto. Her and Eric have had ghetto ass white moments throughout the season when they were laying their tracks out, just having a good time. But the moment she sat down on the couch and she was talking about how, oh, I just get this little lip gloss and you just do like this, and then you rub it around and it adds like a little sweet to it. I said, oh, ghetto. Okay, I get it now. Okay. Kathy's bougetto. She's ghetto as hell, but she's rich as hell. It's very fascinating. And I'm trying to think about somebody else I've compared it. Like it seems like she's more ghetto than not. That's the gag with Kathy though, y'all. I'm not just saying like, oh, she's ghetto sometimes. No, Kathy's like she's hood as hell. Let's not forget about that floor fan, that Walmart floor fan. She has to travel with that ghetto ass Walmart $12 fan that still has the dust. Y'all saw the dust around the propellers. She's ghetto, y'all. She is. So I realized, I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm cool. Brushing her teeth with makeup brushes, she's ratchet.
That
y'all.
was a bit much to me. Oh, wait, we have a super chat from, is that AY? I can't see.
AY. Hey.
Ooh.
Read it, Jamie, please.
Dorit and the geriatric mean girls like to jab first and then have a round table about if the response was too low. They piss me off every Tuesday. Thank you for the super chat, and absolutely.
I love when it's a super chat because we love the appreciation, but I also love when it's right on the money.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I do love that so far. All the money. It's one of those like Kathy, like we've been saying I think since her first season, like she can go. We're good on Kathy. I know she came back the second season and kind of ended Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
so
yeah.
okay, but after that, it's kind of like there really isn't a lot more that Kathy can bring. I wouldn't mind if she pops up at a dinner or something, but like I don't need her to be touted as a friend of it's whatever. Garcelle pissed me off
Yeah.
because she sat up there saying, "All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about it." I was like, "Here we go. Here we go. Here we go." And all she said was, "Why did you say that?" And to be responded with, "Because that was my opinion. No reason." Okay.
But you want Sutton to justify everything
So
he says and does.
exact. So I'm sucking up. Meanwhile, you said Kathy called somebody a slur. Kathy was drunk. Kathy was screaming. Kathy was breaking things. She embarrassed you at a reunion 2 years ago, and now you're best friends. Now you're having lunch at her house. Now oh, your house is gorgeous. I love these play. But I'm sucking up. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're not gonna get scraps, little girl. Stray
No,
dogs get fed, not bitches. So
not
like,
Mm.
no,
not
we're not doing this.
not today.
Not
But
today.
Jamie, put up that comment from Palova Girl that shows Erica's maiden name.
Oh God.
I
What
want
did
you to
she
see
say?
this one.
Her maiden name? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Wait, hold on. Where? Who
It's
said
full of
that?
Wait, because y'all about to make me mad.
Palova
I'm
Girl.
coming. There we go.
It better not be like Washington or Jones. Or
No, baby. I googled Erica's maiden name after she wouldn't say it on the show. It's Chahoy.
Like
So
Chips
her name
Chahoy?
is Erica Nay Chahoy,
Are you serious?
baby.
What the hell is Chahoy? Wait,
I
what,
would not.
what,
I'm start saying Ahoy.
Listen,
what
I have to
origin is
Google
that?
this.
I'm gonna say Ahoy mate to her.
She
But
better not be the Chinese one.
Chahoy, last name origin, Slavic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Caucasus
Wait.
Mountains. Very
Or
Viking. Very Viking caucus.
very
Yes.
or a Filipino surname from a Hispanicized
The
form
first
of
one.
Chahoy. Meaning
That ain't it.
she ain't Filipino.
First, so
That
anyway,
ain't
Lord,
it.
she's
Don't give
a
that to her.
Viking. She's
let's
a
move on to the
Viking.
juice.
Chahoy.
She's a Viking. She's like the original.
Chahoy there, matey. I'm
Let's-
done. We're
let's
done. No
move
wonder
on
she
to
didn't want to
juice.
talk about it.
So now we go on to the Sutton session, the Sutton segment. So they start off as always showing clips of Sutton's, hot topic moments from the season. And when that's done, Andy dives right on in to the weaponized word.
Mm.
Both saying that Sutton weaponized Dorit's words and stuff against her. Andy asked Garcelle if she felt Bose overreacted, to which Garcelle says yes. Bose said why. Garcelle should have answered the same way Erica did, because I was asked and I said yes. Bose insisted Sutton weaponized Dorit's pain. Then she doubled down that Sutton doesn't take accountability. Sutton admitted that she could learn to speak better to others, which Bose commended. Next up was a clip showing when Dorit shared with the group that her son Jagger asked about her separation from Pikai.
Okay.
Then we see Sutton abruptly interrupt and told the group that they needed to leave. And according to Sutton, production asked her to move the ladies along and interrupt Dorit. Dorit should not find that surprising that someone said interrupt her.
Or get mad. Why you mad?
When Sutton said I didn't know how to do it, Dorit snidely said, I thought you were Miss Manners. Baby, if I ever wanted to strangle Dorit, it was then. Dorit said, so you should know.
Let me finish.
So you should know that. And Sutton said, yeah, I did it poorly. I did it terribly. However, Dorit did not accept that from Sutton. She said, you did it deliberately. The so-called fashion designer stated. The person that was in this season who was so vicious, who was with that really beady stare that you want to go really low. Where is she, Dorit asked. Didn't she come today? So I will stop there. Jamie, if you could put the link to the callers in the comments. And Jamie, I will start with you on this segment.
So I mentioned earlier, a lot of people said, oh, Garcelle and Sutton, got worked and Dorit ran the show. The only thing that I saw, one, is Dorit regurgitating a lot of rehearsed reads, because during the segment, her responses to Sutton didn't seem to fit where the conversation was going. It was like she was like, God damn it, I've been waiting to use this. And I might as well just throw it in here because it's gonna work. Dorit, we've seen her year after year after year just continuously like steamroll people and talk over people. And people online are being like, I'm so glad she showed up. Oh, finally, Dorit is clocked in. I was like, this is what Dorit does every goddamn reunion to everybody. She's not,
Everyone.
nobody got work. This is what she does. This is her
Yeah,
MO.
I didn't think she
She's
ate everybody up
annoying.
like that. I
She's
agree.
annoying and she doesn't shut up. The
Yeah.
problem, and I don't want to give Sutton her tens because I don't feel like she deserves it. After the way she just kind of has let Garcelle hung out there. But I think the two of them kind of had a plan where they were like, baby, we're not giving you anything. So
Yeah, I'm not
I
giving.
thought it was vicious when Dorit sat there and was like, what about that girl with the beady stare? Where is she? And Sutton just kind of looks at her and smiles and just like puts her shoulder up. I was like, yes, bitch, eat her up. Because that lady is goading you the same way she did the entire season to try to get a reaction. You gave her reactions, and these ladies clutched their pearls like you calling her poor Reet was the worst thing they had ever heard. They, Bose, God bless her, I'm sure she's smart. You've gotten in boardrooms that I've never been able in, but that's not the meaning of the word weaponize.
It's not.
Sutton did not weaponize. She called out Dorit's inability to directly voice her frustration to where it needed to be, which was PK, and was taking it out on everybody else.
Projecting.
It was projection at its
Yeah.
finest. I love that Garcelle and Sutton did not give these ladies the reactions that they wanted, that they sat there was like, all right, cool. What I will say, I am most frustrated with Bose because I think she is a great housewife. The way
Yeah.
that she's bouncing back and forth between Kyle and she's prepared. The problem is she is willfully choosing to ignore chastising Dorit. So while she's telling Sutton that you're weaponizing and you're this and it was mean, we saw in that package, Dorit sat there and called Camille a see you next Tuesday like 4 times in a row. Cussed her clean out, was screaming at everybody. Sutton said that. That lady cussed everybody out. And all Bose had to say was, well, there are better ways to make her stop.
Mhm.
So it's okay. I have to come with a calmer tone when she's cussing people out.
That was crazy.
But when I match her energy, now it's like, oh, well, oh, hold on now. You don't have to respond like that. Like,
Yeah.
this is where Bose loses me. This is where the argument of like, no, her and Dorit's friendship, baby, that lady is smart. She's very intelligent. You don't get where you are from being stupid. But on this show, she's acting stupid in order to side herself with Dorit. And that's what has turned me off from her.
She's being willfully obtuse, especially with
Yes.
us finding out that she's watched the season. So the moment I found out, I'm like, oh, so you kind of already had an idea about A, B, C, D, and G, and you want to gravitate towards M for microaggression, then I'm done with you.
Paul spelling bee.
I'm not doing it. Like we're not about to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they
I can't.
definitely wanted to do that. But
Yep.
now we headed on to one of my favorite moments of the season, which was Sutton's wallet comment. They bring it up, and Kyle thought it was a terrible comment. Garcelle says she couldn't defend it. And honestly, Sutton said that Sutton can't even defend Sutton. And this is where I felt like Sutton missed the moment because Dorit said, you don't exactly live like the Queen of Sheba. You live on an effing main road. Who wants to live on an effing main road?
That was rehearsed.
Well, Dorit, if you lived on an effing main road, you probably wouldn't have got robbed. And then finally, Dorit dissed Sutton for acting superior. Sutton says, I don't think I am. Dorit says, well, you act like it. Once again, Sutton did explain that I don't think I'm above anyone. And Dorit tells her, well, I know you're used to bullying people. Dorit tells Sutton. And Erica is sitting there like the Grinch that stole Christmas. He brought this up. But baby, and then Dorit said, and I know you're used to buying people. And baby, the way Erica smiled it up, you could tell that had been a conversation between them.
Yeah.
That them fake phony bees had been talking about them two on that sofa together. And so then, baby, that got Sutton fired up. Sutton says, who do I buy, Dorit? What in the world are you talking about? Who have I tried to buy? Honey. And Dorit said, oh, here she comes. And baby, they left us hanging till next week.
Because this is not wicked. I got some weird. You are not.
I said, oh.
This is not wicked, baby. Like, what is going on? Is Ariana about to come out? I said, Dorit, please spare
Oh
me.
my God. Here she
Relax.
comes.
Sutton was ready to defy gravity and jump on that sofa.
Listen.
Love, what did you think about this last little section?
You know what? As frustrated as I was getting more and more and more upset with Sutton not being able to respond the way I want her to, or someone shut Dorit down this way. One thing I did realize is what makes Atlanta such a fan favorite is the unapologeticness to confrontation, the realness of not liking somebody in that moment, and the fact that Andy does not ask the Atlanta cast stupid ass questions on why you said this to Kenya when you know Kenya and Portia don't like each other. But for some reason, with the White Housewives, specifically Beverly Hills, Andy will ask you a stupid ass question on why you said something to someone you don't like in that moment, where you have to explain yourself, come up with a reason, possibly apologize, and then move on. No. Andy would never ask Nene, why would you call Kim a prostitute and a whore and say that, where's her scooter? Nene, why would you ask that? Has that ever came out of Andy's mouth? There's something about Beverly Hills where it is accountability, apologize. Accountability, apologize. I don't care if you don't like them.
Or mean
Why
it.
did you say that? I don't care if you hate her. What did you mean by that? It is the most fascinating thing to me, and I can't believe I've never thought about it until this damn reunion with him asking Sutton, why did you say that? And the fact that you got everyone's opinion on the couch, I thought it was horrible. I thought it was distasteful. Clutch my pearls. I said, am I in the Matrix? Why does it matter? She said it in the midst of an argument.
You know what else is crazy about Love? This is Beverly Hills. It's supposed to be a show about rich women. That's the kind of dig I expect to hear.
That's why it's mind-blowing. I'm like, what? I said, damn, the girls can't even eat each other up in the right forum.
Listen, because had Sutton been over on Real Housewives of Melbourne or Sydney or one of those overseas, they would have ate that shit right on up.
Thank you.
They would have ate that shit right on up.
Got me, girl.
Absolutely, they would have ate that shit up.
So it's like I hate that. It's an interesting expectation for Beverly Hills where you have to explain yourself or be prepared for you to be asked why you were mean to somebody that you don't like.
Or to be the type of women, the type of women aesthetically, personality-wise, that the show was made for.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah. I kind of agree with, Sass Cabin looking at the comments and stuff. It's safe to say the comments are not on Dorit's side. But I think Beverly Hills for the last couple of years has really kind of divided us here on this panel, because while we enjoy it, because a lot of us have been watching from the beginning, it is frustrating, like Love said, to have to constantly be like, oh, well, can you explain why you said this? Like, because I called her poor because she's poor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confused.
Like, it's not like I said anything detrimental about her. Like, I said, hey, go argue with somebody whose checkbook might be as light as yours. Like, that's flat. Like, has she been in a season with Vanderpump?
Go argue with Brandy. Go argue with
fact.
Listen, her and Lisa Vanderpump would. That would have been delicious together. Like that's the heyday of Housewives, and it's these things where, and I hate to say it, the Fox Force 5 has come in and they have navigated this show and have turned a reality show into whatever it is that they deem acceptable to show or say on camera. Sutton has not cussed nobody out. Dorit's cussed multiple people out multiple times. Erica has cussed multiple people out.
And children and minors.
Multiple times. Lisa Rinna literally threw a glass at Kim's face and tried to choke her out. Like, and Sutton's going to say, you're poor? And that's disgusting. That's indefensible.
Despicable.
Girl, move.
And there is
get the fuck out of here, y'all. What is going on?
The only thing is like Dorit acting to be so hurt. Like Dorit doesn't have a sincere bone in her body.
At all.
The only thing
Well, I mean, she's got
the,
bones. We can clearly
the
see them
only
through
thing
her
that
dress.
Dorit is sincere about is that she don't like Sutton or Garcelle. That's
Boots,
the
except
only
when they
thing.
say something on her side.
No, she still don't like him. Then she just feels like that's their place to agree with her.
Oh, like Kyle was just like, these two don't even like you. I cackled. I'm not even gonna hold you. That I hollered at that. I
It
said,
was
well,
Garcelle's little
goddamn.
Garcelle's side smile, and then Sun
She
said,
said,
"These two
the
don't like
bitch got
her."
a point because we don't like you, bitch. Kyle ate that up.
Kyle
Yeah.
ate that
Kyle ate
one little
that
thing.
up.
All right. Let's bring in our caller. Jamie, can you bring her in?
Absolutely. We've got Miss Lovable Lisa.
Hey
Hey,
there.
Lisa.
Hey, hey, hey.
Love, how you
So
doing,
Lisa,
girl?
how are you doing today?
I
Hey, girl,
love the
hey.
fixing that hair, honey. Like she's on, like you finna go to the Grammys or something. She keep fixing her hair up in
Yeah, baby. Keep Grammy ready, baby.
there.
Always, honey.
All
You
right,
got
Lisa, give it to us. Tell us how it is.
now love that's had me laughing. She kept fixing my hair. I'm like, okay, girl, you mom. But now let's get started, girl. I am so tired of them talking about Morgan and Cal. Baby, Cal ain't gonna say nothing about Morgan to y'all, okay? She ain't finna talk about Morgan. Let's keep it real. She's not finna say nothing about it. She's not finna tell y'all nothing about Morgan. And I do with it. I think Cal is telling too. I think Morgan got upset because it it brought her to the fourth more. It brought her sexuality to
To the
I
surface.
to the
Was that a
surface,
Mm-hmm.
secret?
and she probably didn't want that. She probably didn't want that. You know, she probably want people. She probably want people to be in the what's what I'm gonna say? Be more to her music than talk about more than her music than her sexuality, and that probably did rub her out the wrong way, some kind of way, because it would me too. So I definitely understand. So I don't care. Like I tell everybody, tell everybody else, if somebody's in the closet, let them stay in the closet. They'll come. They feel like coming out. They'll come out on their own.
Come on
It's
now.
you know what I'm saying. So I understand this is a reality show, and I don't even think when Morgan got in front of the cameras last year, she didn't know what she was doing, and that's why she told Kyle, "No, I'm not coming back in front of the cameras no more. I'm not. I don't want to be part of the show. I don't want you to talk about me on this show." And
Right.
so, and I can definitely understand that. So I'm kind of agree with Cal on that. Like, she don't want to be a part of the show. And she's not part of the show. I'm not gonna she asked me not to bring her name up on the show. So I can't bring her name up on the show. She asked
Period.
me to. That's most that's the nice thing you can do as a friend. Now, now Kathy. Good Kathy is ghetto. That's because you got money. Money do not pay back by you class,
She's
okay?
ratchet. She's Carisha. I'm about to start calling her a city girl.
So, you right
Ghetto
about
as
that.
hell. Ghetto as
And
hell.
she's funny, and she is funny to me. Kathy do some funny ass stuff, because I remember. I don't know, y'all go back. Don't y'all remember they was asking Erica all those questions at that dinner, and Kathy said, "Well, did I tell you too? That ain't nothing but practice money." So when the folks say not asking, so you can know what the answer say. And so I go back and forth on Kathy. I really do. I really do, because somebody wrote that book about her. Wrote them book about the hills.
Ooh.
And,
Ooh.
baby, yeah,
Ooh.
and that's what I'm
I
talking
gotta read
about.
that. I gotta
Yeah,
read
but
that.
she don't sound so good. She don't sound so good in that movie. She don't sound
Cause
that
she's just
that,
like
that
her
good.
mama. Cause Big
Yeah.
Kathy didn't play, baby. Big Kathy
The
was like Chris Jenner.
Big
She
Kathy
was
didn't
like
play it
Chris
out.
Jenner, but like the actress version. So instead of them
Yeah,
being little whores, she wanted them to be
yeah.
little
And,
actress and then transcended to like the whorism. So yeah, I feel
okay.
you.
Now, let me say something. Now, Jennifer, I'm saying Jennifer Tilly. Good. Okay, we know you Southern friend. Okay, we know you Southern friend, because you're gonna stick up for Southern. You know what I'm saying? We know you got the money. You know what I'm saying? So but some kind. I love, like I said, Kathy and Jennifer. Jennifer, just like Kathy to me, is something holding me back from liking Jennifer. I do not
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah, I'm for real. I was trying to. I'm a big fan of hers. Believe me, I'm a big fan. I've been watching her since I was little in '80s. So I'm just saying, it's something about her. It's something about her. I just I'm not pulling in quickly. I'm not
Yeah,
pulling it in. I'm for real. So it's some. I think she's doing something. I don't know. Her and son, to me, her and son got something going on. I don't know. It's strange to me.
Oh, you
it's
think
It's
they
that
strange.
kinky
they're right
looking?
with you.
You think they're kinky
I'm,
looking
okay,
on like a yacht?
that's my point too, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. But now let me see. What else up? Now I'm now. Sudden is getting on my nerve. Y'all know I don't like Sudden. It's
I
something about
know.
her too. I don't like her at all.
That's cute.
The Wick of the West with all these manners and stuff. Child like the week can't say, baby, don't you gonna talk about what I said, what I did? I stopped with stop like a sudden when she sat there. She said the lawyers called her. What if they call you for? You don't know nothing about Erica. You didn't hang out with Erica. Why would the lawyers call you for?
Hmm. Come on
I
now.
mean, I can see they call Lisa Winner, Cal, or the Wicknam because they hang out with Erica. But what are they calling you for? You don't hang out with her, and you don't like her.
That's
I,
true. Uh,
For real. So why they cut? That's when I lost my interest in studying. I said, girl, please, go on out here, cause I believe you lying. What the Lord doing calling you for? And they got all these other women to call, and the other women said they didn't get a call.
ooh. Well, all
But
right, Lisa, we're about to go now.
then, let me see what else I was gonna say. Yeah. Suddenly, do we get on my nerves? Start getting on my nerves now. Draw me a bridge, and I'm over this mess. Okay, you don't like the week don't like you. Let's move on with this situation because I ain't like the wildest comment neither. And I would have said, look at her. Look when she called me same word you call Camille, because Camille kept coming. You know what? Camille came at the week one time ago too about her expenses. She said, what you talking about? And to me, I'm saying, all these women right here, child, ain't none one on the women might be public. Sometimes be having tax problems. Ain't none one of them on the public. They live in $1 million houses. I
Ooh.
can't live in $1 million house, so I ain't worrying about it. So all
except
y'all,
for Erica.
All
yeah,
right. Well, Lisa, we heading on out for the evening.
Elka living in the garage, okay?
All right.
Oh,
We.
oh,
All right,
Bye,
Beverly
Lisa.
in the
We love
Lisa.
you.
rise.
I
Oh,
love
We are.
I
Bye,
know.
Lisa. We'll see you next week.
Okay, love y'all.
All
Tell
right.
All right.
me that
All right.
hi.
We got a.
All right. Come up, Palaver girl. Thank you so much for the
All
super
right. We got
chat.
Palaver Girl
ooh,
with a super sticker. Thank you, baby. The comments. Before we head out, Danny, since we got a little bit, I just want to highlight some of these comments. Genevieve does think Sutton buys people. She said it's giving the girl in school that does everyone's homework so she can get invited to parties. I
I'm
mean,
okay with that though.
if
I
she
want my
wanna
friends to buy me stuff. I
if
want
she
I
want to
want friends
slide me
like
a
that.
$50 bill, yeah, you can come over. Shit,
Yes, like what?
sure, why not?
I mean,
We've got
I don't think that's
Durga.
a bad thing. I don't think
Dirk
that's a
has
bad
been on
thing.
Dory's ass literally all season. I wish we can get a compilation of Durga's tweets about Dorit because she has not let up. We've got
Oh,
Sass K that has been going and talking about Dorit's house, Robo Adventure. Like y'all are talking in the chat, so we love to
so
see this.
funny.
And
Someone
it's
called her a
all been very
Neanderthal. Whoever said
yes.
that someone's a Neanderthal,
Says
I
the
love you.
Neanderthal.
Uh,
Um, I love it. Again, thank you guys so much for being respectful in the comments. The only people we drag it on here are the people that we're watching. So we
yes.
appreciate
Would
it.
Jamie take us on out and do a little goodbye thing? Because my.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Indigo. We haven't I don't think that I've
ooh,
been on
Girl,
in
Indigo, we
a
love
while since
you.
Indigo's been on. I
yeah,
know the last
Indigo,
time
where
she
you
was on was a couple of
been?
weeks ago. She said she's been busy, life's been busy. It's good to see you, Indigo. She used to, for those of you who have been with us for a while, in the midst of like COVID and stuff, when we were really like, I think it was Garcelle's first season, was
Yep,
like
yep,
the
yep.
height when Indigo was on a lot and she would call in and be in the chat. So it's good to see you again, Indigo. Thank you so
Oh,
much for the shout out. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anybody else. Thank you guys so much. We will
so
be
much
back
love.
next week uh, for the
Like the
final
video,
episode. Like the
like the
video,
video.
subscribe. Danny, thank you for hosting us. Love, it's good to see you.
Yes.
Tell us how the Grammys go.
Right?
Y'all,
My car's downstairs. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Make sure you tune in next week as we wrap up the season finale. I won't be here that night, unfortunately. I will be in the air.
He's a traveler, y'all.
That's an interesting way to say you're gonna be high.
Ooh,
No,
that too.
I'm gonna be on an airplane in the sky.
On an airplane.
It's too bad.
Watch out, you'll still find a way to twist that, Jamie. But we thank you guys. Love, Jamie. Thank you. It was really great seeing you. I don't know what show we're reviewing next, but hopefully, we'll still be in the chat every day talking. So,
Absolutely.
All right, Jamie, take us on out, darling.
Oh, hold on. I was not ready. Let me find this banner. Oh Lord. Hold on. How do you do this?
Go to.
I got it. Here we go.
Okay.
Y'all have a good day. Bye.